Welcome back. Now, one of Asia's largest cities is in danger of sliding into paralysis tonight after tens of thousands of protesters took to the streets of Bangkok to demand the resignation of the Thai government. It's just the latest of a series of demonstrations against Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra. But after the opposition rejected an offer of early elections, there are genuine fears of the country slipping into civil war. Our Asia correspondent John Sparks reports now from Bangkok.
Bangkok is known for many things, like traffic jams. But today, the street seemed almost deserted. But there were plenty of people about. This morning, 60,000 protesters marched into the centre of town, blocking roads, seizing major intersections, and erecting large stages. Part of their plan to shut this metropolis down. Next, we'll take the government ministries, said this speaker. It's the latest protest designed to topple the Prime Minister, Yingluck Shinawatra. The demonstrators accuse her and her billionaire brother Thaksin of running the country for themselves. How long are you prepared to stay here?
Well, it's the first day, but I'll come every day until she quits.
The people who live in Bangkok are going to get sick and tired eventually of these protests.
No, they won't. The Shinawatras are tyrants and we have to fight them. Corruption is ruining the country.
Well, they've paralysed one of the world's great cities in an act of urban sabotage, and it certainly looks impressive. But there's nothing particularly democratic about this. These people are standing up for less democracy, not more. On stage, we found television celebrity Dr. Siri urging the crowd to boycott the next election. Instead, he and other leaders want a non-elected council to run Thailand. And he was spoiling for a fight.
If you would like to interview me, ask me any questions, please do so.
I would like to do that, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yingluck leads a democratically elected government. She's not going to stand down.
Well, if you violate laws, you violate constitution, we have to overthrow you before the term ends.
Why not go to the people in a democratic election and put those points to them? Let them decide in an open election.
We don't have any channel to tell people what's going on. Thaksin has a huge amount of money and he's bought so many constituents of electoral process. We don't want people to have the beggar culture waiting for subsidiary without considering morality, ethics, merit, and also good governance.
Prime Minister Yingluck and her ministers took shelter in a building belonging to the army today, rather typical of their non-confrontational approach. And it seems they have no intention of using the police to clear the streets. Her main opponent is this man, Suthep Thakksin, here being greeted and given money by euphoric supporters. Critics have panned his proposals for a non-elected council, but he says reform is the priority. Are you offering Thailand democracy or dictatorship?
People have come to show support for democracy, but it has to be a real democracy. We will not tolerate cheating and corruption.
That said, Mr. Thakksin probably wouldn't win an election. His supporters, mainly from Bangkok, are in the minority. But he seems determined to take power regardless. John Sparks, Channel 4 News, Bangkok.